If you look back into kind of the last century, organic and natural foods were kind of seen as, well, it might be higher quality, but boy, it doesn't taste very good. And I think that we've really kind of, with technology and focus and that, we've been able to kind of move beyond that and find that the most natural and organic foods actually taste better, they're actually better for you. They may cost a little more, but more and more people are realizing that that's, that there's a lot of value there.
Right now, the biggest hurdle is being an authentic brand versus being a commodity-based brand. And a commodity-based brand is basically you have a product, you're selling it with good ingredients for as cheap as you can, and versus what my company is, which is we have an authentic product with a story, with the highest quality ingredients, and we do more than just manufacture and sell a product. We also, give back to local organizations. We do a lot of community outreach. And so it's differentiating authentic companies versus commodity-driven companies. And the biggest challenge is going to be, there always being a space for small entrepreneurial companies to get into the playing field, because as this sector becomes more and more popular and profitable, larger companies are going to come in, and pretty soon it's just going to be an industry full of large companies that aren't necessarily, an authentic brand. And then it's going to be really, really even harder for small companies to get started.
We find at our company that really it's not a challenge getting the retailers and the consumers to become somewhat religious about the product once they understand what it is. But it's really getting that message out, and you've got 100 years of consumer product messaging and advertising that you're kind of fighting against a little bit, and fortunately consumers are more and more recognizing and hearing that message. But it's hard for smaller companies to go out and deliver that message, because we all have relatively small marketing budgets, and you've got large consumer products companies that have monstrous marketing budgets. But what's really neat is the natural organics market is a pretty innovative one, and the larger companies are seeing that and recognizing, hey, there's an opportunity here, and that more and more consumers are looking for those healthful natural organic products. And I think that the messaging is getting easier, but it's still expensive for smaller companies to get that message out.
The best way to get people to convert is to give them something they're looking for that solves some of the problems that exist in organics, or challenges I should say, and then it has to taste great. If it doesn't taste great, they're never going to buy it again. And so I think that one thing that my company's been able to do is we have little squeeze packs, which allows people to basically enter that category at a very low cost, so they get to try an organic nut butter or almond butter before they buy one. So it's finding a great tasting product at a good price that has great packaging that consumers are already buying, and they're looking for a healthier brand. We're
probably at a slow time right now, just given the economy generally, but there's so many things in our favor, whether it's demographics, whether it's health and wellness, focus of people young and old. It's not just demographics, because you find more and more young people care about the sustainability of packaging. They care more and more about not eating artificial or artificial products that have artificial ingredients or preservatives in them. They're really much more focused about that, and I see it as a real trend that's really kind of just starting to get steam, and then going over really the next half a dozen or more years. I think it's just going to continue that way, and I think that long term you're going to see the national organics market being a very, very large market, somewhat rivaling what we kind of deem as the core consumer products market now.
So the natural product industry, from what I've heard, has slowed from 25% growth year after year to 5% growth year after year. And everything has slowed right now. And so the natural product industry isn't going to decline, it isn't going to plateau. People, as they become more educated, are going to care about where their products come from, who's making them, what's in them, and as that awareness keeps growing, people are going to keep looking for healthier alternatives to what they're using. They're going to want to care about the brands they're supporting, care about what they put into their body. So I don't think it's plateaued. I don't think it's going to decline. I think that, unfortunately, the measure of the economy is a measure of extra income that people have to trade up for certain items. So people are trading up for less organic items than they were 2 years ago or last year.
I think what it'll take for the Boulder Valley to become kind of the Silicon Valley of natural foods is really for all of the groups here in Boulder Valley to get together and do a good job of promoting what we know, whether it's on the operational entrepreneurial side or it's on the capital raising investment side, and in speaking with one voice. And I think that Naturally Boulder is a great forum for which the people here can do that. But I think there's lots of opportunities for us to take the learnings that we have, the network that we've got here in Boulder, and really promote it around the country. I think it's, that's why I kind of like to say that Boulder has the opportunity to be the Silicon Valley of natural foods.